Welcome back to the channel. I've got an Xbox Series X, as you can see. What you probably can't tell is this thing is in pretty rough condition. The case is pretty beat up. It's definitely been opened before, and the previous owner of this Xbox says it powers up, but it gets no, I do have a case from another failed Xbox repair that I've attempted, so I've got some spare parts that we can throw at this if we need to, because I think I'm definitely gonna swap out the case. We'll see. The fan is looking pretty rough in there, but the first thing I'm going to do is plug this in, and we'll see for sure if it actually powers up. Let's do that. Okay, it's plugged in. Let's see what happens. Nope. It is on and then off. That sounds like a short to me. Well, you know what you're gonna get. All right. I am going to open this thing up. We'll get down to the motherboard and let's see what's going on with this thing. All right, as I mentioned, this thing hasn't been opened up. The sticker is completely gone. The screws are missing as well. I'm really excited to see what's going on the inside of this thing. Let's find out. It's pretty rough inside. Very dirty. It's cleanable, but very dirty. I think something spilled on this thing. There's like all sorts of gunk inside there. It doesn't look like dust. It looks like just something spilled on it or something. Let's finish opening it up, and we'll check the inside of it. See how bad it really is. I think before I go too much further, I'm going to go ahead and see if we're actually getting 12 volts out of this. All right, I got this plugged in. Let's see if we get what we're getting out of this thing. Yep. I think we're good. 11.8. Just fine. Yep, we're good. Close enough. All right, let's finish taking this thing apart. Actually, I think what I'll do before I even open it up. No, I'm gonna take it apart. This thing's looking pretty rough. I may have to get under the microscope to see if there's some burn spots on here, because I think I can see something here. Does not look very... Oh my gosh. Well, there's one reason it won't start up. I'm in shock. It's not even put back together. Okay. Is this on? Oh, yeah, it still has this. Yeah, that's right. I remember the listing said something about a trace repair needing to be done on this thing. And I can kind of see they attempted one. We can take care of that. But let's take this board out of here and make sure that everything that's supposed to be there is there. Oh, they had a rough time. They had a rough time here. I sure hope we can fix this thing. We'll see. Nothing much to look at here. This is fine. It's dirty, but it's cleanable and reusable. Ribbon cable looks fine. I'm gonna pull this board. Oh, no, not yet. I may get this under the microscope and take a look at this area here. That looks a little bit burnt right there. I can't tell with my eye, but I'll put it under the microscope and take a look at it again. I may check for shorts on this 12-volt rail here, as well as here, and I'll check a couple other rails on here as well. But I'm going to do a quick visual inspection, and I'm going to swap out this HDMI port, as well as do the trace repair, and hopefully we didn't lose any of these filters right here. I know you can't see those in that camera there, but hopefully we ain't losing those filters there, because I don't know if I can replace those. And we'll look at the retimer as well, see if they try to do any work around there. Other than that, nothing else I'm going to do here except get this under the microscope. So let's do that. Oh boy. Yeah, well, I'm not laughing at anybody else's work. I mean, they tried, I guess. But I don't think that's gonna work. It's just not gonna do it. Oh, looks like the retimer is okay. Doesn't look like it's been replaced. I mean, I can't imagine they did this, what looks like a factory job, and then did this. But you never know. You know, other people's work. Let's look at the back of this thing here. Make sure we still have our all of our components here. This guy, this ESD chip, is almost irreplaceable. You can't find that thing anywhere. So I'm glad to see it's still there. We can't bypass this, but why not if you don't have to? This is looking pretty rough. Hopefully it's just flux there, which is what it looks like. So that's some good news, I guess. Looks like there's just flux in different spots here all over this board, which is a little bit concerning. Why would there be flux way over here? Let's go ahead and pull this off, see the damage we got underneath, and we'll do some trace repair. All right, here we are at the edge of the bench again. I'm going to hit this from the bottom to heat it up, and I'm going to see if I can get this thing off in one piece. Okay, I kind of got it out, but whatever they did to attach those, they're really stuck on there. Let's hit it from the top. There we go. Oop. There's that. Okay, well, nice try, I guess. I'm not saying I can do better, but I'm going to try, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and clean this up. Right, that's pretty clean. Let's get in there and take a closer look at it. See what we got. Maybe saleable. This one maybe is good. I mean, they're good. They're there. I can reuse those. One, two, three, four. What's going on here? Yep. That's good. And I can reuse that. If I have to, I can go all the way down to the filter, but it doesn't look like I have to. I'm going to go ahead and tin these now. Get out of the way. Not really out of the way, but I'm going to need to do this anyway. Okay. Got some wire here. Okay. Let's do some cleaning up here. See what we got. Trying to get all of as much flux off as I can during this little cleaning process, because when I put solder mask on here, it's not going to stick with the flux underneath it. So I've got to get it all off, as much off as I can. Solder mask is going to help keep those traces in place, and which will in turn help keep them from shorting should they happen to touch or get close with each other. This is enameled wire, but I'm going to use solder mask anyway, just to clean it up, keep it nice and clean. I'm using alcohol and 99% alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. and just cleaning up as good as I can. And I'm trying to be gentle and not to rip any of these right back off. I think our soldering is okay from what I can tell, but I'm being gentle nevertheless, somewhat gentle. Trying to be as gentle as I can so I don't rip those wires back off that I just put on there. I just soldered on there. I don't want to do that. I like to keep them in place, but I'd like to get all the flux off, as much flux off as I can at the same time. Alright, I'll put a black light on there for a few seconds and cure it. See how we did. Okay. That's that. Hopefully we did okay. Let's get these tinned up and cut to the right size. And then we'll test. I'll put my multimeter on there and see if we have continuity. I should have done that before I put the UV mask on there, but oh well. What do you guys think? Will it work? Will it not work? Guess we'll find out, huh? Alright, let's test continuity. Let's see what we got. We will try, let's go this way. Here we go. This first one here. Right here. 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 Good. That's good. Let's try this one here. Go to here. Yeah. Good connection there. Yep. All right. Let's try this one here, which goes to here. Yep. And here goes to here. All right. Looking good. Let's go ahead and drop this port in. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add a little flux. Flux is your friend. There we go. Okay. My board was kind of moving around as I was doing that, so it's kind of throwing me off. I'm gonna have to double check those pads. Kind of feels like we're crooked though. We'll see. Maybe not. All right. Take a look at this thing. Might be okay. Look at that. I see one missing, I think. Maybe. That one there look like it's hitting? No, it's not. It is not. This one looks good. Looks good. This is not. This is good. That's good. That's good. This is not. That's good. This is not. That looks good. 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 So our wires, that one's good. Maybe not. I'm gonna go over our wires again. I'll go over everything again. But specifically these wires. Okay, no problem. We can do that. Okay. Alright, it's the next day, and I thought about this a little bit. So my issue here is I've got a short between these two pins here and here. I've tried clearing this out, but I just can't get rid of it. And looking at this now, I think maybe this pad here could be up under this one here somewhere, or this wire here is just too long and is touching the pad back here somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this port, and I'm going to just redo it again. I'm not even going to mess with trying to clear this short out of here. I'm just going to remove the port, start again. Shouldn't be too much of an issue or too much of a hassle. And it'll save me a little bit of a headache, I think. So here we go. That's what I'm going to do. Same method I used to pull the previous port and to install this port. I'm just going to heat it up from the bottom, get the solder nice and wet, and then pull it off. After I do this, I'll double check my trace repair, and go from there. Yeah. I think what I'll do is cut some of those wires there. Just shorten those up a little bit. So this guy here doesn't really need to be this long. This guy here is bridged. This guy here is okay. a little differently this time. We're in place there. That's looking a lot better. Add some flux there. And I'm gonna go ahead and solder these on. All right. I'll change my tip here. All right. Let's check that. Yeah, we did. Good, good. All right, phase 1 complete. Let's check for shorts. Beat mode again. Want to see if we have continuity between these pins. Hopefully not. Hopefully we fixed it. Good there. Issue is with these two. Good. No short between those two anymore. Nothing there. One of these is, I think these are ground, which is why we'll have a short there. But we're good there. Good there. That's good. That's good. Good there. Good there. That's good. That's good. Alright, I think we're looking pretty good here. I'll probably clean this up before I do this, but that's okay. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good here. I'm going to flip this over and we'll get the anchors soldered as well. All right, I've changed the port. I'm happy with the results. I think my trace repair is okay. I've checked for continuity, we look good. There's no more shorts there. However, there may be more going on with this board than just that port. As we do a little bit of a visual inspection here. I don't know what this gunk is here. Where's my poker at? That might be nothing, maybe some flux or something. Rusty, not sure. Let's look at some of these here. Look at this. Corrosion there? I don't know. Look at this. What is this crud? I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to do a thorough cleaning here. See if we can get some of this, whatever this is, off. Looks like it's just breaking up, but so I'm gonna have some alcohol on here. Just scrub it with a toothbrush and then I'll check for shorts around this area here. And we'll see where we get. Here we go. Alright, I'm looking around the board here, and there may be corrosion here and there around the board. It's just not looking very clean. I'm kind of just going around, cleaning up some spots here that I think maybe need it before I plug this thing back in or put this thing back together. Just not looking the healthiest in some spots. And I want to take care of that before I put it back together. I'm really hoping there isn't more going on with this board than than just the HDMI port. But you never know. The least I can do is rule out the HDMI port as an issue. When I plugged this thing in earlier, the ribbon cable from the motherboard to the daughter board wasn't even connected. So we were definitely not going to. It definitely was not going to start up anyway. But you just never know if there's something else going on that the seller didn't tell us. And I don't know why people would do that. You can just be honest and say, you know, maybe what you did or what you think's wrong with it. It'll still get sold. Sure. All right. Looks like our SSD is still in there, so that's good. A good sign. I half expected that to not be in there. Cleaned up this area here. Hopefully that does it. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. There is an original HDMI port that we've replaced there. I've checked for a short in our 12 volt rail. I didn't find anything. I've also checked our 5 volt and our 3.3 or whatever it is. And I didn't find any shorts. But that's not saying that there isn't one. That's just saying that I haven't found any. All right, let's look at the other board. I've not pulled this off the heatsink. I only really want to check this section right in here somewhere. That doesn't look very good when I originally looked at it. See how that looks bent right there? Isn't that weird? Why is that like that? Why is this bent? Why is that all mashed up right there? That does not look good. That's damage. I can probably pull this off of another, my other Xbox that I have for parts and replace these two. I really don't want to. I want those to work. I think what I'm going to do is replace these two connectors here. I'm going to try to pull these off another board that I have and hopefully not damage them more. I've never taken these off before. I really don't know how. I think maybe I'll heat it up from the backs from the other side and pull them out, but we'll see. I don't know for sure. But I'm gonna give it a go and we'll see what happens. All right, here we go. So if I haven't shown this already, we can see that these ports here are really mangled up here. And since there's nothing on the back side of these, I'm going to go ahead and maybe heat these up from the back side and see if I can pull them off. This is the back. Here's the back side here. There's nothing there, so that's there, but I'm not worried about that. It shouldn't be too much of an issue getting these off. Yep, let's find out. All right. One. There's the other one. All right. Too much of an issue coming off. Now let's get this cleaned up. I'm going to go ahead and put some leaded solder on here. Okay, I think we're ready for 2 new ports. Well, we're just about to get some of this crusty stuff off, but let's just make hopefully I get the other ones off our donor boards. Our donor board okay. Yeah, we're good. This is me being picky about this. And here is the donor board from another Xbox Series X I just could not repair. It's got some sort of issue, some sort of power issue that I couldn't figure out, and it has become a donor board. Thank you to that Xbox Series X. Anyway, I'm going to pull off these 2 parts here. These 2 connectors, the same way I pulled off the other ones. And I'm going to put them on the other board. And here we go. Okay, came off easy enough. Now, hopefully I can get these on just as easy. I'm about to find out. Add a little flux to help the solder flow. And here we go. All right. It looks good. We used a little bit of surface tension there to kind of pull those into place, and they seem to be lined up with the markers on the board there. So I'm kind of just going to go with that, and hopefully they're lined up well with the pads. Those look to be good. And like I said, I kind of nudged them a little bit to see them kind of flow into place. And hopefully we're okay. I guess we won't know until we plug it all in and see if it's all good. But it looks a lot better than the previous connectors that were there. So that's what I'm going to go with. Let's get it cleaned up, and we'll see how we did. Alright, I've got this thing back together enough to test. I've got my new connectors in there, on there. I've got the original front power connector. I do not have the, obviously it's not in the case, so I do not have the other cable, which is the Bluetooth button and USB. But I'll test that later. I did put the original drive on here. I want to make sure that the drive actually works, or it still boots with the drive installed, the drive that came with it. Hopefully it is the original, I don't know. But I'm going to plug it in. And I also have a new fan on here. This is a different fan from the other Xbox. Anyway, I'm going to plug this thing in, and I'm going to hope for the best. It worked earlier. Well, hopefully it works again. We'll see. Here's our HDMI. Here's our power. Switch inputs here. And here we go. Alright. Power's on. So I think this is fixed. I'm going to clean this up a little bit more. I'll put it in a new case, and then we'll see how it looks afterwards. But so far so good. I think we're okay. All we've done is we did a trace repair. We swapped out a new HDMI port after the trace repair. We replaced these two connectors here for the front panel ribbon cable, and for the front panel USB, and the sync button for the controller. We're going to put a new fan on here, and we're going to put in a new case, and that's it. This connectors was like $2, and the wire is like $2. But I think we're going to make a little bit of profit on this one. We'll see. We'll update it. We'll make sure everything's working. Maybe I'll play a few games on it. Make sure the disk drive is actually the disk drive that came with it. I don't think it will. Actually, we'll find out right here. If this is not the correct disk drive, we won't be able to finish updating this thing. So we'll find out for sure. Anyway, that'll be it for now. I'll come back after this is updated and the drive has been verified to be the right one, and we'll get it back in the case. We'll see you then. Here it is. Put it back together. New HDMI cable with the trace repair, or not cable, new HDMI port with the trace repair. This particular case doesn't have the base, but I've ordered one from gamesrepair.com. It will be here in a few days. But let's plug it in and see if it works. There goes. Okay. Got power. There it is. Now, let's see if the sync button works. Yes, it does. Does it sync? Yes, it does. There we go. It's working. All right, let's put a game in. That's Hot Wheels game, I guess. Oh, surprise, it's Tomb Raider. Let's put it in. See if it works. Here we go. And sounds like it's reading the disc. And it is. It's reading the disc. Great. There it is. Working. So we have fixed this Xbox from beep on, beep off, HDMI port repair, HDMI trace repair, some damaged front panel. What is that? Front panel and alarm. Damaged front panel and power button connectors that we've replaced. You can see those there. How tiny those things are. Anyway, thanks for coming along. I've got a Nintendo Switch that just came in the mail. No power, of course. And also, I've got some. I've got a couple of Joy-Cons. I've got one in particular with really bad stick drift. I've replaced this thumbstick on it a couple of times, and now I've got these new thumbsticks I'm going to try out from GillyKit. I saw this on iFixit website. I figured I'd try it out on this one Joy-Con that I just cannot get rid of the drift. Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video, but come along if you want to see that. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Hey, look at the charm.